you guys are just jumping in, I'm going to pop the link into the other platforms, and me and Zena, we're going to talk about just cleaning the lenses of this car. And so if you're watching right now, I'm just putting it on the other platforms so that everybody else knows it's live. And we will get started here. Let's see here. This is popping up. Need to switch all the information into this live stream here. So let's see. I'm gonna put it on X, the arena. Let's see. I want to put it through DTube as well, so it gets blown out to Steam, Blurt, and Hive. Let's see here. Paste. Okay. I literally have the phone and I have two computers out here, so it's kind of the ridiculous part of it. Okay. Xena is out here. See right here. I've got her on this. I've got her on this little log so she can't run away. But I don't like to put her on a very stiff thing because if she tries to run after a squirrel or something, I don't want it to yank her neck. And once this thing starts up, I'm gonna clean. If you guys are just jumping in, I'm gonna clean the lenses of this car and show you what has worked for me. I actually end up using like whitening toothpaste. Yep. Xena, here's the neighbors talking. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the arena. Start stream. I've never actually streamed on the arena because when I was super active on it, they did not have live streaming. They had the stages. So, okay, there we go. I don't know. I guess if anybody's on the arena, chime in. Yeah, it says it's been going for a minute, so it's on. Um, let's see here. Do this. So what I like for one, the lens on the right side, just because obviously the car's typically over at the side of the road and there's more like gravel and stuff like that. That lens actually gets fogged up a lot more, and you can actually see like a lot of more pebble hits and all that kind of stuff, like a lot of other nicking and all that kind of stuff like that. But this gets a lot more yellow than this. And at first it almost seems like it's like a different material or something, but it must just be all the rocks kind of scuffing it. And I actually use like a whitening, let's use like a whitening toothpaste to actually um, coat over it and then do that initial thing. But usually before I do that, I just sort of wash it off, like just the general thing. But one of the things, and your car might be like this, that there's some of it still exposed like under the hood. So usually I pop the hood when I do it, and then I'll do the toothpaste, and then I actually got one of these headlight. I've never really had a lot of success with these. I mean, you guys can chime in if you guys have had success with these, um, headlight restore lens kits or whatever. I've actually had more success with various whitening toothpaste than I've had with um, with these actual kits. So we will see. I'm gonna pop the hood right now. I need to clean out of the engine too, but that is gonna be done another time. The leaves are starting to kind of fall a little bit, so starting to get some coloration, but obviously like peak coloration is typically going to be kind of mid-October, so we got a month. Let's see, I like to dry it off first, and then I put that first coat on. Usually I go over it a couple times. But what I'll notice when I do this, um, a lot of yellowing, and I'll show you that on the paper towels. A lot of the yellowing and stuff kind of comes through And that makes me think it's almost like this was like a different, you someone went some kind of different process than that headlight. But I'm gonna end up doing both. One time I'm gonna go ahead and do both, even though this one looks like way dirtier, way more affected by the sun. So should get that in. I just like rub it in, do swirls, and then it kind of dries. I've also used the charcoal toothpaste, and that's what I usually use on my teeth. So I've also used that to do this, and I do feel like there's maybe more abrasiveness in there, which seems to kind of help with this yellowing. So I do that, but even just so far, this kind of looks yellow. Even swirling it, kind of that much. This laptop, it's not showing it as much on the Arena. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same process over here. She was begging for steak earlier. They say don't feed dogs steak, but I don't know. Like I feed her steak. New piece of paper toweling. You know this. I don't know what it is about the filter on the Arena, and maybe it's personally the camera too on that laptop because I did it on two different devices, and I don't know. It almost looks like an Instagram filter the way it is. It looks like super like artsy. It's actually a pretty sick shot. See, this lens is just so much clearer. It's always been like that. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna grab the. I'll grab the phone so you guys see this. It's just so much. You can just see the yellow in it versus this one. And obviously, I don't have the toothpaste on yet, but that lens is just so much clearer. So let's put this back. So this is the setup. That I have that. This dumb X thing, but I was trying to get this out on these other platforms, but that dumb Windows install. This is Ubuntu on that. Actually, a ThinkPad is it's been a decent purchase. This piece has like 48 gigs of RAM, which is pretty insane. But okay, ZENA is just out of the picture. So we had a dog another boxer dog, years ago, and we think that it tried to get away, and it like ran, and we think it like yanked its neck, like chasing after an animal when it was like chained up. So I like to chain her to a stationary thing. I'll show you this stupid little log. It's like she could drag it if she really took off after a rabbit or a squirrel or something like that. I need to throw the contract address over on Arena. The contract address for ZENA for on Solana is down in the description. I did update the live stream description. So that is there. And I kind of did you guys might not have seen it yesterday, but I did just kind of a mock thing, more at the gym to see if I could live stream, from the gym on these different platforms, like whether it be Pump Fun, whether it be the Arena, whether it be YouTube. And just between the Wi-Fi or going over off the mobile networks, I just was not getting a good connection. When I looked at that later, it was terrible. It was super grainy. But it does seem like some people got the picture. But yeah, things are heating up, guys. Obviously with crypto, we got a couple months. You pretty much get in this stuff, and this is going to be the parabolic kind of moves that we're going to see. And a lot of people have been waiting, whether it's with the Arena token or whether it's with some of these memes and stuff. Everything, a lot of stuff is round tripped. But if you look at every crypto project round trips, whether that's Bitcoin, Dogecoin, BNB, once it took off, it never fully round tripped. That was the thing. This last crash, it only went to like maybe like 230. BNB stayed strong. Obviously, they're pushing a lot of demand from a lot of different angles. So I think that's what we're seeing with, a lot of the memes and stuff. Bonk obviously did their launch pad. We've talked about Sheeb before a lot of times on YouTube. They went and did the Shibarium ecosystem. And the Arena, so it's interesting, and I'm doing a live on Arena too if you're on YouTube, but they've added the ability to add additional tokens, and they've added the they've also added the ability to live stream, because they had the stages before where it was audio, and they didn't have kind of the regular live stream. So let's see if this is dry. I don't want to move too fast with it because I do like it dry. So it just gets, it gets, a lot of the moisture goes out of it, and it definitely seems to soak up a lot of that sort of like yellowing. And I just want to make sure over here on this other computer, well, I was going to show you guys this. I'm showing this is the log I have ZENA tied to right here, because if she can pull this, and I don't want her to yank her neck. Poor little ZENA. Be cracking her neck. I'll put her on Snapchat. She'll be in those Y straps that those chiropractors use, which I would not recommend that, guys. You know what I'm talking about. They freaking sit there and yank someone's neck like full power. Like, you're gonna let some like jacked like chiropractor just yank on a 100-pound girl's neck or something. That's not a good idea. Let's see here. I'm just popping this over manually onto some other platforms. Okay, Arizona Archer asks, does ZENA protect you from chupacabras? Yes. Chupacabras, the New Jersey Devil, Bigfoot. So, she's a good watchdog. She's a good watchdog. Me and the Arizona Archer were talking about the pyramids last night. We were talking about the conspiracies. So, let's see here. It is kind of funny to see the delay, even though this is a fiber connection and stuff, because by the time it streams from the phone, and I was kind of back and forth doing it on the computer, doing it on the phone, for which one, but I just wanted to get on multiple different platforms. have it across multiple platforms here. So the pump fund ecosystem, if you guys are on YouTube and you haven't kind of checked into pump fund, things are really getting crazy and stuff. So that's kind of what preempted this. Things are really heating up on pump fund, and you guys saw they launched their token pump, and so the launch of pump, and they've injected a bunch back into that and stuff like that. So people are getting fees for trading fees, like when people are trading in and out of those coins. So that's actually incentivizing people not to dump their projects into keeping it. Now, so ZENA was not launched on Pump Fund. The website is ZENA.fund, but it was not launched originally on Pump Fund. And we're coming up on 10 months here. So the big thing that I mentioned yesterday on live stream, even though that was like bad connection and stuff like that at the gym, is basically the floor when everything round tripped and Solana obviously went back under 100. When ZENA launched, Solana was at 260. Then it went clear back down to 100 ultimately. So you have to understand, like, the floor is kind of falling out below it. But that being said, even the price compared to the US dollar, it never went lower. It never actually went lower than what it started at. So that's the thing. You want the floor to be higher. Obviously the peaks are going to be up there, but you just want, in general, if you drew a line from the bottoms and where it's kind of stabilizing at, that it's up and to the right, essentially. Here, let's see. Just trying to pop this out a couple more places. And that's probably about dry with that. And I'll show you guys that again, because it'll be like very, very yellowed. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Boom. Okay. Thumbs up, guys. For ZENA. Oh shoot. I gotta put another thing in here. Let's see. That is the one bad thing about jumping in here. It's like you almost have to have kind of a system down to sit there and blow all this information across all these platforms. Let's see, boom. Oh man. I'll get back to the comments here in a second, but what are you guys buying? What are you guys doing this weekend coming up? I'm going to the quarry tomorrow. I'm going to try to live stream from there, but I've never really had that good a connection from there. You guys have seen me there a couple times. It's actually one of my favorite spots because the water's so clear. You can see like 20 feet down. Boom. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. Look at little ZENA. Okay. So, you can see that yellowing compared to that. So, we'll put it over here and I'll wipe it off. Just gotta start with a fresh one. I want to, so we see how yellow this thing is. Almost waited slightly too long. I don't know. Let's see, it's just right. I mean, you can see it's pretty yellow. So it is definitely takes it off. And like I said, I usually do it a couple times. Put a little bit of moisture on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you guys close up of that actually. Here, let me show on the arena. You guys can, lighting doesn't come through as well with it. Okay, ZENA. So you can see how much clearer that is. And again, this is just whitening toothpaste, guys. That's all that is. But see how much yellow that's taken away from it. Let's keep working, let's keep working. But it works pretty good. It works, if you guys were ever wondering, you know, if the whitening toothpaste actually does work, if that method does work, it certainly does. So guys, it's like 84 degrees Fahrenheit out. He's been super nice lately. September is definitely a nice month here. And then usually we'll have in October, we'll have like an Indian summer where it suddenly gets warm again. And even after the leaves are pretty much falling off, it'll suddenly hit like 85 degrees. And that's kind of known as an Indian summer. So both for YouTube and for the arena, definitely leave a comment if you guys are doing any liquidity pools or anything out on Black Hole. I saw that they had a pairing arena and the black token, but a lot of people been talking about that they've been having success over on Hyperliquid, and I haven't. I got on there again to kind of check it out, kind of read into it, but I haven't fully investigated. Okay, once again, I mean it's a lot of yellowing and stuff. It is getting a lot of it out of there. Put this side. You guys are just joining in. This side never gets near as yellow. But I just go ahead and clean it anyway while I'm doing it. It's kind of a workout. Let me get fresh paper towel. Let me check the comments over here. I have so many tabs open. Stuff for me to even get back to where I was. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab another piece. I always get the same feeling after I'd done this. I practically don't. I don't even want to do some kind of other lens cleaner or something because, especially with this one, it cleans up. It's like, how much better could it get? But it's kind of what I'm doing this time is kind of see if it can get better. What do you see, Zena? What do you see? I don't know. The wind picked up. Could be Sasquatch. Okay. Let's again. See where we're at on this. Okay, so here's just kind of from further back. And I mean, that's quite a difference. You still see it seems kind of yellower. And I still got to get some right here. So I'm going to hit that again with the whitening toothpaste. But you see how good this one is. And I always feel like, well, how much better can it get, you know, when you do that? So, guys, go to ZENA.fun. I need to put the contact address over on the arena. That's one thing I have not done. So let's get another. I'm going to do another thing of toothpaste. It's a quick thing, and then I'm going to see where we're at that point to see if I want to do the lens cleaner. Okay, I'll rub that in. I always feel like I use a lot of paper towels on this, but in the same respect, I'm like, don't want to waste my time and be putting the gunk back on there. So another thing, I was wanting to mention, this is more kind of special to the YouTube followers because I had said stuff about caffeine AI before with ICP community. I did finally get my access code. So I've had my access code for a couple days and all that. So I have been able to test it out, and There's definitely some stuff I'm impressed with it. And then there's other stuff that they kind of put some guardrails on it. They won't let you make another project for another blockchain. So they kind of closed it in more than, some of these ones that are like, whatever, bolt.new or Lovable or Replit or those kind of things. Because if you specifically try to do something for another blockchain, they don't, it just tells you no, you can only log in with the internet identity, so you can't like really connect the Oisy wallet or plug or any of that. And also on top of that, you can't connect to another blockchain. So, which I kind of understand that. I kind of understand that they would do that. But in the same respect, it's like if they're going to sell it, I guess, to the masses, I feel like it's a little bit limiting. But also a lot of these platforms are set up like that. They're gonna set it up for their own ecosystem so they can kind of contain it better, control it a little better. Let's see. We'll let that dry a little bit. Let me put the contract address over on the arena for ZENA. And guys, it's ZENA.fun. That's ZENA. Okay. I don't know why that didn't show up on the bottom. It kind of showed up over in a chat over there on the arena. That's the first time I've streamed with on the arena, so it's a new experience here. And if you guys are just tuning in, I'm cleaning the lenses. Just to reiterate, usually that side gets a lot yellower and a lot more dingy than this side. But the initial thing, and this is my second coat, I'm using this whitening toothpaste. It's just whitening toothpaste, and I'm just rubbing it on there, and I'm doing circles, and then when it dries a bit, then I'm just rubbing it off. So that's the process. So if you were wondering if that works or not, it does. So if you guys are wondering, so this is an Audi S8, and it's got a 5.2 liter V10 in it. and it'll certainly move. You know, now some of the newer cars that have turbos, you know, that certainly can give some of the cars an extra boost. And I did some videos with a loaner that they gave me from the dealership that was the A6, a newer A6, like a 2024, that was turbocharged. And I definitely like the performance on it. And I liked a lot of the features of it. It's looking better, guys. Get this one from Bob. Okay. Starting to look good, guys. Okay, so with this car, I've basically went 155 twice. Okay, that's the one that's usually better. And here's the one, let me back this off. So, it's not looking too bad. It's slightly yellower. But even on that second round, I was getting, I was definitely getting some yellowing still. So in this car, I've went 155 twice. And in the Bentley, I went 165. But again, it's a lot of times it's the tires that I always worry about. Both of it, it's kind of like you need, they say that's what screwed Paul Walker over, was the tires on that car that he wrecked in. We'll talk a little bit more about ZENA, but I'm just sitting here thinking, should I use this? Or is this good enough? Let's try it. Let's get it out. Let's try it. Might as well. Need to drink water here. Okay. So one thing, this other laptop that I'm on the Arena with, I think it's partially the webcam. I don't know. It looks artsy the way it's coming through. But also, I almost feel like the depth of the color isn't as good as what I'm seeing on the screen of this laptop and what I'm seeing on this phone. But that webcam can only do 720p, and that was one of the downsides of that laptop. I'd like it to be able to be a full HD webcam, but that's actually kind of hard to find. I mean, you can obviously like get that or do something, but a lot of laptops are shipped with the webcam can only do 720p. It's kind of annoying. Okay, let's see what this has. So there's these precision polishing pads, which are these, and that's actually to take a lot of the finer stuff off. Like if it's crusted, some of those get crusted. So that's step one. Step two is this lubricating compound. Step three is the lens clarifier. And then there's sealant wipes. So let's pop this open, let's go through it, see if it improves it any. Get a good look at these before I do that. See where we're at. So I feel like these pads, I shouldn't get a lot of resistance with them, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is kind of cool. The one side has like 1, and then 2 being a little rougher, and then 3, and then 4 on the back side. So It's a little bit of an unsettling feeling because you feel like you're like scratching the lens. But it's more like you're scratching the oxidation stuff on the top. So you do see some roughing from it. Okay. I'm going to focus on that one first. See what we get. Okay. We got quite a few people on the arena. So definitely follow me, guys. I haven't been as active on the arena, but actually getting decent engagement over on the arena. And for people on the other platforms, whether you're on X or whether you're YouTube, whatever, it's arena.social, and I'm at Brian Phobos on all those, on every platform. Yep, there's a tab in here. Kind of hard to get open. Just gonna punch through it. It'd be kind of like the toothpaste part. I'll let that kind of dry. I'm not gonna rough up the other side because it seems so much clearer. I'm just gonna do this portion. Looking like it could be a nice sunset out there. Come on, pick it up, YouTube. How's there more people watching on the arena than on YouTube? Come on. Okay. ZENA.fun. If you guys are just checking in. ZENA.fun. There's little ZENA right now. Well, you guys can't even see. Little baby ZENA. Okay. Okay, so after I had done two things with this, with the whitening toothpaste, I still am getting a lot of yellowing, a lot of yellow when I use the polishing agent that's with the kit. So it kind of goes to show you, I mean, the kit looks like the real deal because it is helping. That lens looks nice, guys. The polishing agent is working. Definitely working. Now, I'm going to do another coat on here because that was nice. That is definitely nice. This could be the cleanest. I could end up getting this the cleanest for these lenses that it's ever been since I've had the car. I bought this car in 2018, and like I said, man, it's fast. It's hard to like kind of let go of that kind of power when you rent a car or something like that. Like when you're on a trip and your thing won't go, you're just like, it's tough. First world problems. Definitely lucky to have these kind of machines here. Other side again. It's definitely a process, guys. If you guys are out on the arena, leave some messages below and stuff like that. I want to see kind of who's popping in, and I want to see how this shows up on that laptop. Let that dry a bit. I might hit that with those kind of abrasive kind of pads again because I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. It's just looking so nice. So I'll pop over here. Trying to get the messages to show up again. Over on the arena because we keep it's saying it opened in a separate window. Let me look. Huh, that's weird. Supporters. I haven't streamed on the arena, so I just figured this out. Hey guys, if you're on the arena, type something in the chat or make some comments. Okay, so we've done 2 toothpaste things, and this is the second of the polishing kit. Let's see how much more this takes off. Okay, it's still taking stuff off. I know, it's looking pretty good. It's feeling nice and polishy. We'll get here. Okay, let's show you close. That's actually doing pretty good. So harder to see on the arena. Man, where are the chats coming in with the arena? Guys, give me a follow if you're on the arena, because we just keep getting more people tuning in. Zena's plotting her escape. Okay. Well, let's back up here. So I mean, this one looked clean already, but I definitely think it cleaned it up more. And this one is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna kind of try to rough it up, do the roughing thing one more time on this side, just because, you know, it's like you spend so much time doing this, you want to do it done right. Go to ZENA.fun. Okay, I'm gonna use these abrasive pads again. Still haven't figured out the arena thing as far as like where the chat stuff would be coming in. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that side. It's just too perfect. The game is too perfect. Okay, like it does cloud that up when you use these. And you do see it is leaving remnants of that. I keep swooping in and see how many people are watching. People keep popping in and out. But on the arena, there's more people. dry bit. It's getting dark quick, guys. Okay. Still getting yellow. Still good. It's getting cleaner. Getting cleaner. This is the most I've ever cleaned these lenses, just because I'm just doing so many rounds. Oh yeah. You feel it like sliding that polish. So it definitely makes it feel like it's working, which it is. Okay. I'll do the spray lubricant, which this will keep a lot of the corrosion and all that kind of stuff off of it. And so just stuff can't just kind of bind to it. And the rain will kind of flip off of it. Okay, now the final step of this kit were these little things. I don't know. It's kind of like you use through this. I don't know if I want to use these. I mean, it's sealant wipe. It's like you only got one chance. There's not a bunch in this kit. There's not like a bunch of these. I don't know. There's another vehicle I kind of want to use these on. These are pretty. This is looking pretty good. I don't know. I might save those because I need them for another vehicle. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay. Here. So, I mean, it's definitely looking good. It's like looking like new, but that one was always the easy one. And this is the one that usually had more yellowing. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, but I'm going to clean this up a bit just because I have this water out. So I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit more before I do that. Let's close this so I can get a shot of this. That'd be scary for ZENA. I didn't warn her. It ain't looking too bad. This thing's in the way. It's definitely still got a decent. Still looks good. Still looks good. Still looks good. Still fast. So I don't know. Helps get these lenses cleaned up. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff with ZENA. Contract address. I'm gonna show you the deck screener with this. So got an airplane flying. I can hear it. There's some ultra lights around here. Let's see. Where's the deck screener? I got so many tabs open on this. It's so stupid. It's like ridiculous. Here we go. Make sure this is refreshed. Okay. So, I mean, if we back this out, floor down here to here was like more than a 30x. This floor, well, that's not freaking showing it very good. But anyway, we're coming back up out of that. If you guys want the contract address, go to zena.fun. We are looking to send her. So, a lot going on across these different platforms. Let's see what we got. Just wasn't getting that on the arena. I'll have to look at it later because I wasn't getting the chats on that. And I don't know if I wasn't looking in the right place or if it was popping somewhere else. We'll see if I got a bunch of followers over there. And yeah, guys, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam It, Twitter, Hive, DTube, Blur, the Arena, Pump Fun, Phantom Wallet, everything is at Brian Phobos. This is a mess. I have to clean this up. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining the live stream. I needed to do that. let's take a look at the thing. Let's get this out of the way. I'm kind of hoping that ultralight flies over, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's one of the ultralights that flies around here. Come here, Zena, be in the picture. Let's actually do some picture. Screenshot. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. He's flying late but the airport is right over there. So, Zena, get in the picture. Zena, come here. Come here. Here, come on. Come here. Come here. There. Come on. I'm trying to get her to swivel around. She's wagging her tail. Come on. Come on. Here, come on. Sit. Sit, Zena. Sit. 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 Come on. Sit. Come on. Over here. Right here. Here. Come on. Headlights are looking good. I'm trying to get her in. Come on, Zena. Here, sit right here. Sit right here. Good dog. Come on. Come on. Swivel around. Right here. Come on. Can't keep her down. She literally, it's the best picture. Screenshot. That's the picture right there. That's what I'm gonna do is the. Okay, guys. The ultralight is not gonna fly over. Let's see how many people we got. People have dropped off the arena some, but to sum it up, Zena got to like a $64,000 market cap, which came up from like 1,500, 2,000. Right now, it's like at 50. The current price is $5,800 market cap for ZENA. So these are low numbers, you know. Obviously, like, doesn't take much to pump it. So getting active these last 2 months, and if Solana goes to 500 or goes to 1,000, that pulls it up. That's going to help. See you guys. Thanks for tuning into the live stream or watching it later on. We'll see you later.